The Royal Courts of Justice in London pulsed with anticipation on the crisp morning of Tuesday, April 8, 2025. Inside the Gothic halls, tension thickened like mist. Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, strode into the courtroom cloaked in a dark, tailored suit that matched his unwavering gaze. At 40, he was no longer the playful prince of yesteryears. He was a man on a mission. His battle? A bold legal challenge against the British Home Office over the revocation of his official security privileges in the UK, which he insisted had been unjustly stripped away after he and Meghan Markle exited royal life in 2020. This wasn't just a legal dispute. It was a statement. Harry wasn't merely fighting for protection. He was publicly confronting the very institution he once pledged to save. It was a royal reckoning in a very public courtroom. Meanwhile, across town in the regal interiors of Kensington Palace, a very different storm brewed. Prince William, heir to the throne and the ever-composed Prince of Wales, was said to be incandescent with fury. Close sources painted a picture of a man who saw betrayal in every line of Harry's legal argument. The implication that Harry and Meghan had been forced out of their royal roles rather than stepping away by choice struck William as outrageous. To him, this was revisionist history crafted to paint Meghan as an innocent casualty rather than what he believed, an ambitious outsider who never fully embraced the crown. Harry, seated beside his legal team, reviewed documents in hushed tones. His barrister, the seasoned and sharp-shod Fatima Casey, took the floor with quiet fire. Her voice carried through the courtroom as she argued that Harry's rights had been eroded without due process. She laid bare the vulnerabilities Harry and Meghan had faced, threats from extremist groups, a harrowing paparazzi chase in New York in 2023, and the absence of a proper risk assessment by RAVEC, the Royal and VIP Executive Committee. Her case was meticulously woven. The system had failed them. Fatima portrayed a narrative of institutional neglect, one that had driven the Sussexes into exile, not by choice, but by necessity. Outside those walls, however, William wasn't buying a word of it. Sources claimed he saw the court battle as a calculated performance, a bid for sympathy from a world still divided on the Sussex saga. William, poised for future kingship, reportedly believed Meghan had manipulated events to her advantage, crafting an exit strategy long before the headlines ever broke. To him, Harry was a well-meaning but blinded accomplice, swept away by love and disillusionment. The idea that Meghan wanted the privileges of royalty without it precious festered in William's mind. As for security, William was allegedly livid at the notion they were underprotected. They had everything, he reportedly told Confidence. She threw it all away. The origins of the split go back to the seismic moment in January 2020, when Harry and Meghan stunned the world with their announcement to step back from royal duties. Their words spoke of modernizing the monarchy and seeking financial independence. But to William, that was spin. He viewed it as Meghan's escape plan, a retreat from the scrutiny and duty that came with the crown. He reportedly believed she wanted the storybook without the burden, the crown without the compromise. And Harry? William pitied him. Perhaps, to him, Harry had been drawn into a dream of freedom that, in reality, was just another gilded cage. Back in the courtroom, murmurs swept through the gallery as Fatima zeroed in on the central charge, that Harry had been singled out for unfair treatment. Her delivery was powerful, her evidence compelling. The decision to downgrade Harry's security wasn't just bureaucratic. It was, she argued, a breach of basic responsibility toward a man who had been born into a global spotlight. Yet beyond the legal jargon and claims, this courtroom clash revealed a much deeper schism, one not just of law, but of legacy, loyalty, and what it truly means to be royal in the 21st century.